Hello everybody and welcome back to Court Farms. Just waiting for the fog to lift. The sun is just breaking through now, but we have got a very big selling session today of our silage. So we're going to jump into the Massey Ferguson 698 because this is a very good tractor for actually towing our conveyor belt with, because we're going to load it up with the conveyor belt mod and we're going to put them into these two lorries just here. Everything except for this tractor is rented, and we could actually afford it because we got paid a lot of money. Well, I say a lot, but I think it's about 15,000 at midnight for our cows for the milk. So that was nice because we were actually on negative figures before. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this over to our silage pit and we're going to set it all up, load the lorries, and then take them to the BGA. And as someone did quite rightly point out, you don't need to have a second conveyor when it comes to actually selling it, because Court Farms has got the very clever system where you can actually tip it into a pit rather than putting it into the anaerobic digester. You can put it in there if you want to, but it is optional. You can just put it into a pit, which is what we'll be doing today. So let's just get everything set up and follow me, and then we'll head down there and begin to load these lorries up. And then by the end of this episode we should have a lot of money. There we go. Hopefully they'll be able to negotiate this wall. Don't know how well they'll do it. And I have now looked into the cab which we're using here, the MAN truck, and it is indeed an edited version all the way from last year. This time last year when we were doing Thistle Farm, I had the agricultural version, which is the modded version basically of the base game truck, the vanilla version of that truck. And yeah, someone has actually changed it to have all these nice features like the beacons and the bull bar on the front. And I couldn't find the download link anymore, unfortunately. But it's out there somewhere. If you just keep searching the agri version of that MAN truck, I'm sure someone will be able to find it. But these trailers, as we discovered on Sandy Bay, hold 59,000 litres each, so we're going to be taking 118 litres at a time. Quite impressive. Not sure how much we actually have in total, but we'll soon find out. It should all be fermented as well. Yep, it is. So now I know how to use this, we can actually do it properly. Crazy, crazy drivers. So I'll get it fairly close to begin with, and get it all unfolded. It's been a while since using this, but it should still be fairly self-explanatory. In fact, most of it unfolds itself anyway. You just press J and it does it all. So once we've got it lifted up, we will go as far as we can do, and then I'll attach to the other side of this, and yeah, then begin the loading process. We will just swing it to the, I think it'll be the right. Yep. It seems it doesn't want to attach to this tractor today. It does this from time to time. I've had this with even just the standard trailers on Farming Simulator. Sometimes it just doesn't want to attach to certain vehicles. So what I'll do is I'll just move this out of the way. We'll get another tractor, probably the John Deere, and it should attach to that. And we'll also sort out this bit of terrible driving here. Or how has it got round there? There we go. That looks neater. So yes, we're going to get the John Deere. I don't know why it does it sometimes. For some reason, some tractors don't attach to some things, even though they should do. I don't know if it is just like, if you've got a certain mod installed, it does that sometimes, but not too much of a problem if you've got another tractor to go for. Just it can be a bit frustrating sometimes. But with a bit of luck, this will actually attach to it. Please attach. Otherwise I don't know what to do. Good. Yep, just certain tractors, I don't know why. But what we can do now is we can now just sort of push it up into there. Don't want to go too far. And yeah, we probably want to actually swing it all the way to the right, I would have thought. And that should be okay. We'll leave it at that. We'll put the first one underneath. And this should work once we switch it on. Right, B. There it goes. That is working nicely. That is so much easier than using a front loader. Such a handy mod to have. So, yeah, we don't really have to do much. We probably have to just shift the truck forwards a bit, and then it'll just fill itself. And once they're both loaded up, we'll just put them both on follow me, and then just go over to the BGA, tip them in the pit, and see the profits roll in. It's about time we saw some healthy numbers on this save game. It's been a while. We also have all of the potatoes as well, still to sell, so potentially we have got a lot of money just sitting in either a silage pit or in a cold store. It might automatically start this time. That makes it easier. And again, yeah, we'll just fill it up, and then we'll go and take it all. We might just have to push the conveyor back a bit. It's still picking it up at the moment, but it's a bit of a long way away from the actual silage. Next time, I think. So 10% left, and then we can reverse. There we go. Yeah, it's very handy that it automatically turns itself off. Swing around in here. Very close. Wow. And yeah, probably just go out of here. That bale there, it's been pointed out on a number of my videos, and to be honest with you, I have no idea where it's come from, because we haven't done any hay bales since we lost everything. We lost all of our bales. And yeah, that one, I can only assume that it is there as standard. I don't know if anyone else has got it as well, but I have no idea where it's come from. Unless, of course, one thing it could have done is it could have come from that field way away from here. Field number 25. If it has rolled all the way across the road over 12, another road, over field 11 and to here, then that is one desperate bale. So the BGA is quite a long way from here. Just continue down here, turn left, keep going, turn right at the roundabout, and pretty much keep going on that road and we get to the BGA. So it's not a short distance each time. That's why I've got 2 lorries. But from looking at the speed it filled these trailers, and also the speed that the pit actually decreased in size, I wouldn't have thought it would take too many loads with 2 of us with the big trailers at the same time. So we'll probably be doing this about 3 times, I would have thought. Here's the roundabout. We want to go on the 3rd exit, so basically turning right on the roundabout. and it's as far as you can go down here. We have to go through the foresty area, and then it's the next one on the left after that. So there's the trees. I would like to do an episode there. And here is the BGA. And as you will see, if you've not been on this map before, or not been to this area, there is a pit just next to the anaerobic digester fill point, which is those processes there. And I can only assume that we just reverse into that, and it will just sort of swallow it all up. Just put it into there. Where did that other lorry go? Oh, it's gone. Oh well. You can also bring it straight to the pits here, but I think the way we did it was probably best. See if this works. Look at that. Look at the money rocket. Okay, we need to increase the time. You can see it's actually backlogging up in those because it must be working on the same principle. So really it looks like you're going to have your time in 120 to be able to do this in one go. Otherwise it doesn't process fast enough. So I've just discovered that the extend rent button is the same as the increase and decrease time button. So that has actually just eaten some of the money, but it's alright because we won't touch it again. And we still have a number of loads left to do. Let's see how high it goes this time. That's much better, and it's processing quick enough. Wow, that is a serious amount of money. So all we have to do is just come out of cab so it doesn't charge us when we decrease the time. We do need to adjust some of the key settings because there is a bit of a conflict between some of the mods we've got running. But as long as you remember, it's fine. So back to the yard for the next two loads. And you can see how much money we got from that last load there. Very impressive. If we can keep that up, we'll be making a fortune. It does also mean that we have this lorry, I think it's this one. Oh no, it's the other one. For 10 days, because that's how many times I rented the truck. So yes, it's pretty much ours for 10 days. It should be as easy as just driving into the yard, going underneath the conveyor belt, and it should just loads up. Hopefully it will be that easy. Back underneath, let's see if it works. Very easy. So we'll just fill this up and then we'll push the conveyor back for the next load. This really does make short work of it. Okay, it's ready. So we'll just swing it round to the right a bit more and then go a bit closer. and you can see how much it's already taken out of the pit. I thought we'd filled it quite a lot, but clearly it's just disappearing really quickly. We only have 30% left. Yep, it's going to be done in 3 loads. Such a handy mod though, that. That's 100%. We'll move this one out of the way and get the next one. So it's not going to be an accurate amount of money that we get, because obviously we've lost some, but it will still be very impressive. What I might do is reverse this one into there, because then we don't have to spin round when we come back out again. Well, it's close enough, obviously not as close as I would have hoped, but it's still working. And that is the second load done. So once again, we'll be making our journey down to the BGA, and then we'll tip both of these. This time I'll make sure we don't buy any more rent, because that would be very expensive. We should get 100% profit here. So we're looking at probably 250,000 in total, maybe getting closer to 300. We will finally be able to afford some really decent equipment, and hopefully some more fields as well. Last time the other following truck actually crashed at the roundabout. It was more on the actual exit. It wasn't really going around the roundabout it had trouble with. It's just, I think it was going too fast. So if we go a bit slower, it should catch us up. What it did is it came around here, and it basically just flew straight into those signs there in the middle. I think it's made it this time. Yep, good. It does look like a very interesting forest. I would like to do some work in it. It's just not everyone likes it when I do that. It's crashed again. I don't think it's ever actually done it without crashing. It's just such a terrible driver. I think the problem is what it does is it follows at top speed, and then suddenly it sees a corner, it has to turn, and it just slams on its brakes, and it's just not enough. So that is going to need the time increasing. Just have to keep doing it in sections. Yeah, it should be about 250,000 or more when we tip the next one. This is certainly the quick way of doing it though. You wouldn't want to be just doing it with one tractor and trailer, because it would take forever. I suppose if you wanted to just do a little bit at a time, then yes, that would work well, but if you wanted to just sell it all off in one go, I think doing it with lorries is the best option. There we go. I'll increase time. Seems to be working well. And there we go. 306,662. I'm impressed. That is really good. And that is not even the end of it. We have more. But possibly only enough for one lorry load. We'll have to see. So now I've got all this money coming in, I think tomorrow what we'll do is we'll probably start to put some seed in the fields which we've already bought, but we might buy another tractor or another implement or something to assist us with that. Also, sorry about the frames per second here. For some reason, if you go in cab in this area, it seems to just drop. It could be the mod, I'm not sure. It's alright over here, just when you go down to the BGA. Don't know what that's about, but Follow Me has crashed. It should catch up. Another thing we do need to do is the fattening chickens, because they have been in there for quite a long time, just fattening up, and we haven't really done anything to them because they've got everything they need. So I would imagine that they are actually ready to sell, or at least quite a lot of them are. In fact, we can check, let's have a look on here. If I go to the fattening installations, just hit, we've got 43. 43 ready to sell. Wow. We'll have to do that either tomorrow or maybe next Monday, possibly. But it's a job that's going to need to be done. And here we are for the final load or loads of today. It's a shame you can't sort of extend it outwards more, because we can't really get close enough. Oh, look at that. The speed is disappearing. It's all going to go in here. Wow. That is it. That is everything. That seemed to take no time at all. I'm surprised how quickly it took. But anyway, we will park this up because we obviously don't need it anymore. And I think we will probably put the John Deere tractor away as well. This can stay here. I think it's this one which we own for... Oh no, I keep getting it mixed up. No, this one is going to disappear in 13 hours because it's rented. The other one, which we're using over there, is also rented. However, because we extended the rent so much, I think we have it for 9 or 10 days. So let's turn this off. And we need to swing it back to the left by pressing K. That should be okay. And then we'll detach from this side, go back around the other side, and then fold it up. Again, this is rented, because at the time of actually doing this, we didn't really have any money at all. That's interesting. If you press N to lower it with the front loader, it actually puts that front loader down. So probably best doing it without a front loader attached. That's it though, we're flat packed. I'll just reverse it into a shed, keep it neat, and then go and take what's left there and see how much money we end up with. There we go. And again, the tractor, that can go just there. And then over to the lorry. Just looking at the rent time, and we've got it for the next 9 days, 13 hours and 8 minutes. So basically, we're probably going to have this for the rest of the time we're on this map, because 10 real-time days is quite a long time just to be playing Farming Simulator. So I think we'll be probably finishing this map before that happens, but that is still a long time. Obviously we do skip the night time, so it's basically the daylight hours, so still probably about 5 days worth. We could have got away with just a tractor and trailer for this one, but the lorry is faster than most tractors. And we're going to finish off with £323,714. I think that that is quite an achievement, because that is from one field. Just one field of maize. I'm really happy with that, and we can now afford some fairly decent things. So please do suggest what you want me to do with the money. Most likely it's going to be used on implements or fields, or maybe a tractor, but it will certainly be used, most likely tomorrow. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and we will return to Court Farms same time tomorrow. So thanks again, and I'll see you again soon.